Oh wait, maybe I said about Puffy because he got Tupac killed.
Which of those four is it when you talked to him about murdering Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one of them. It was
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
Yeah.
A former LAPD officer has alleged that Diddy paid $1 million to have Tupac, Shakur killed, hiring a man named Keefe D to carry out the hit. In retaliation, Suge Knight allegedly orchestrated the murder of Biggie Smalls. Although Keefe D remained free for nearly 20 years, he was eventually arrested. During an interrogation he was being recorded. Keefe D reportedly confessed to being paid by Diddy to lead the operation against Tupac.
All four of those occasions are San Diego, Anaheim, Irvine, and Vegas. Which ones do you actually talk to Puffy at?
Every one.
Every one of them. Which of those four is it when you talk to him about murdering Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one of them. It was
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
Yeah.
During Diddy's ongoing legal proceedings, he faced questions regarding his alleged involvement in the murder of Tupac Shakur. A new legal filing mentioned his name 77 times, intensifying scrutiny. Keefe D, the alleged hitman, claimed that the entire plan was carried out at Diddy's request. He further stated that the shooting happened quickly because Tupac appeared to be reaching for his firearm at the time, suggesting that Tupac may have been aware that a hit had been ordered on him.
You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a...
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually...
No, once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So, someone from your car...
That's what happened.
...started at Tupac and Suge.
When this revelation was shared in the courtroom, emotions ran high as it became clear that Tupac may have sensed what was coming, but tragically wasn't fast enough to defend himself. The news quickly made national headlines, sparking widespread reactions. Even rapper 50 Cent weighed in, stating that he doesn't like Diddy because he believes Diddy was responsible for having Tupac killed.
I didn't leave me to talk because I always say the wrong thing. Last time they left me, I said something about Puffy. You saw that? You saw that thing? Yeah! I gotta stop doing that kind of shit. I've been talking to a therapist trying to help me with the shit you're saying. I said crazy shit. No reason. Oh wait, maybe I said about Puffy because he got Tupac killed.
Even Eminem addressed the controversy in his song Fuel, where he raps, "Ain't trying to beef with him because he might put a hit on me like Keefe D did him, and that's the only way you're gonna be getting me." The lyric is widely interpreted as calling out Diddy for allegedly orchestrating Tupac's murder through Keefe D and his crew. This added to a growing list of moments where Diddy was publicly confronted over the act he ostensibly missed, notably during a tense and uncomfortable Breakfast Club interview where the atmosphere in the room grew noticeably awkward.
Which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even gonna go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Cause you listen, 7 years ago I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody fuck? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
What's even more alarming is that investigators now believe Diddy didn't act alone, suggesting Tupac's murder may have been part of a much larger conspiracy within the rap industry. According to recent reports, major updates are unfolding in the case, with speculation that figures like Snoop Dogg, Suge Knight, and Diddy could soon face arrest and questioning. With Diddy's alleged involvement under intense scrutiny, attention has now shifted to Snoop Dogg, especially after new evidence surfaced while examining Diddy's ties to the case. One interview in particular has raised eyebrows. Snoop revealed he was originally supposed to be in the BMW with Tupac and Suge Knight on the night of Tupac's murder.
With Tupac, though, in regards to Tupac, I heard a story, did you give him different advice that night on where to go?
I didn't give him no advice.
Right.
We wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Right.
So.
Saying during the Tyson.
Yeah, this incident that I'm explaining to you right now was the day before that.
Okay.
So when they got to Vegas, they went their way, I went back. I mean, when we got to LA, they went to Vegas and I went home. That's why I wasn't in the car with them.
As when Snoop mentions that he was supposed to be in the BMW, but after last-minute changes, he didn't go, fans got very suspicious. However, it was likely due to him and Tupac having an altercation just 24 hours prior.
The last time me and Tupac was on the same page, and I did an interview with Angie Martinez, and she asked me how did I feel about Puffy and Biggie, and I told her that I like their music and I want to do music with them. That's bro didn't like that. Tupac didn't like that, so we had a misunderstanding. So on the flight back to LA, I didn't feel comfortable around them for what they had did, as far as I didn't let my security ride with me. So to protect myself and to, prevent from happening, I slept under a blanket with the knife and the fork just in case something was to go wrong. But
With all of these events unfolding within a 48-hour window, even law enforcement began to grow suspicious of Snoop Dogg's possible involvement. Their investigation revealed that Snoop had deep connections to the streets during that era. This led many to speculate that he may have received a tip that a hit had been placed on Tupac, prompting him to avoid getting in the car that night. Further fueling speculation, federal investigators uncovered another interview where Snoop admitted that just 2 days before Tupac's death, he felt like Tupac hated him. This revelation added yet another layer of intrigue to an already complex case.
I say a week before he died, we was best of friends. 2 days before he died, I don't think he liked me.
Why?
Because we was in New York.
Oh, yeah.
And it happened. New York, they shot at me and did all kind of shit to me, like just the worst you could think of. And I forgave him. And went and did an interview and was asked, how do I feel about Puffy and Biggie? And I was like, I like it. I want to do some music with him. And that just rubbed Cuz the wrong way, like tried to kill me, out at you, and you talking about you want to do a song with it. I wasn't thinking about his emotions. I was thinking about the way I felt at the time. I wasn't into no controversy. I liked his music. They was our friends. We was all friends at one point. This video footage of all of us hanging out.
As these revelations came to light during the Diddy trial, the courtroom was shaken when physical evidence was presented, leaving everyone with chills. Keefe D gave a detailed account claiming Tupac's murder was carried out at Diddy's request and was part of a larger rap industry hit. He described the events of September 7, 1996, when Tupac was in Las Vegas with Death Row Records CEO Suge Knight. The two were headed to the MGM Grand to watch a Mike Tyson fight. After the match, while walking through the arena lobby, they spotted a known rival setting the stage for the tragic events that would follow.
Knight and their entourage went to the Mike Tyson at the MGM Grand. Keefe D and his nephew, Orlando Lane Anderson, and two of their friends were also there. Keefe D told LAPD Detective Greg Kading more than a decade ago, in a proffer that couldn't be used against him, the thing was retaliation after Tupac jumped Orlando and up at the casino. Surveillance cameras recorded the fight. Tupac was angry that Lane had stolen his necklace years prior in Compton. Tupac, Suge Knight, and the entourage left the casino quickly.
Security quickly intervened to break up the altercation between Tupac, Suge Knight, and their rivals, but the incident forced Tupac and Suge to change their clothes before continuing with their night. They returned to their hotel, changed outfits, and later headed out around 11 p.m. to attend a nightclub. While driving to the venue, they stopped at a red light, seemingly alone on the quiet Las Vegas street. Suddenly, a rival car sped into the lane beside them, setting the stage for the ambush that would change hip-hop history forever.
Knew about Tupac's concert at the Club 662. Members, including Orlando and Keefe D, jumped in their white Cadillac and started cruising the strip looking for the offender. Before long, they finally spotted Tupac's caravan. At the intersection of East Flamingo Boulevard and Koval Lane, the white Cadillac pulled alongside the black BMW with Suge on the driver and Tupac on the passenger seats. The back window of the Cadillac rolled twice in the chest, once in the arm, once in the thigh.
This was a very bold claim to make. The Tupac case has been cold for 2 decades, so he would have to show some sort of evidence. Proving what he's saying is true, he would then release his police interrogation on the night of the crime, confirming that was actually him.
And Bubble Up was the driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
Got to the light. We was going to go drink, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He's hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac.
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next? You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat.
He starts. You say Suge looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you.
Yeah, he looks at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then Tupac's busy getting. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out of the
back seat or something.
Yeah, what do you see happening inside their car?
I seen him going Suge head. I thought he was.
So Orlando across Dre?
He leaned over on the window, we rolled down the window.